Hello, my name is Miguel from Anlak, and today I want to show you an example where we are using our studio tool to fix one of the challenges that we have in our business. And I don't know if it will resonate to you, but as a business with a strong digital component, we typically would face this challenge that we have so many subscriptions and softwares and services that we need to use both to run our studio software, but as well to run our business, like the office itself. And we have a challenge to get our hands on to track all of that from an expense point of view, but as well on a management point of view. So we created this kind of like a spreadsheet where we have some of the softwares that we are using, and we have created 3 columns: one for the annual cost, one for the monthly cost, one for the lifetime cost. But this is clearly not the optimal way to manage our business, because it might come obsolete very easy. Different people having access to this. It's not the best way to access and present this information. It's not something that we can easily action, and so on, so on. So this is where we came with, like, why not creating a small app to manage this? So we make sure that we embed this into our ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning tool, and we embed this in our day-to-day business. So it's not a one-off campaign, but it's a way that we manage this integrated into the rest of the processes. So we came to one of our spaces where we might have different collections, and we will create a small tool to manage this. And we create it with a number of small premises. And these premises are the following. Let's come here and let's write them down. One is I want to have a fact sheet for every subscription, service, or software. I want to be attractive. I want to have a link to access the service easily. Here, I was thinking, like, do I want to store the different user and passwords or not? In this particular case, because I'm recording this video, I said no, I will not. But that could be clearly an option. I want to store information about the cost, and that might include both currency, type, frequency, and amount. Then I also would like to know when are the renewal dates. And I would like to have a summary table to know when my renewals or when my tools, my services are finishing. And the last one is I want a filter by categories, depending on what type of the business is using the tool. So in my case, we have a software tool, which is a studio, and then we have consulting. And of course, there are other things that are common, like central service. So let's start with it. First thing we will do is we come to an empty canvas where we have a space. In this case, it's a demo space, but this could be whatever. And we will start by creating a new document. So Cloudinary will be my first service. Also, something that is interesting is I like it to be visually appealing. So I will take the logo and we will make sure to add logos into each of the each of the solutions, so they are visually appealing, like in this case. So when you come, you see the logo of the tool that you are seeing. So this will be much more relevant. Okay, so next thing is we will create our first widget, which will be a view and edit for subscription. Or in this case, I will call it generically app. I know some of them are apps, others are not, but easily. I can change the shape and the size of the widget. In this case, I will make it slightly wider, and it will be of this type: view and edit. Okay, so let's start here. Is basic information about the tool, or basic information. And we come here to the fields. Because this doesn't have fields, we will have to start here. First one will be cost, lifetime. And it will be a number. There is another option that is a cost, and it will be monthly. And it's also number. And there is another that is a cost, and it's an annual, which is also a number. Another thing is a description, which is a string. We also have a name that we can add and edit here. We can reorder this. In this case, we want this to be editable. We can come here to the annual cost. Also make it editable with two variables, with two decimals. And it's money, or in this case, a number. Also this one, we will make it a float number. Monthly, it's a float number as well. And this is also editable as a float number. And we will write here the currency and make it a string. And this one, the currency, we will make it the last one. We will make it editable as a drop down. And we will only allow for 3 currencies: Euro, US dollar, and GBP. Okay, and we will also put a URL so we can link to this date and renewal date, which will be a type JavaScript date. The URL, we will make it editable as well. And the renewal date, we will make it editable as a date, just date. We don't want the hour. And the good thing is that while we are building this, we can see the widget being built here in real time. Cloudinary is a service to store media in the cloud and access and manage digital media assets in our studio app. Cost, it has a monthly cost of 99 and currency 0. Cost lifetime, there is no cost, not annual cost as well. And here we have the URL, which is I like putting directly the login website, the login URL, because it will be much easier later when we create the button. And renewal date, it's monthly, so let's assume it's on the 31st of May, the next one. And we can save this widget and save here as well. So as you can see here, we have already our first widget, and we will make a second widget, which is a menu which will be made of an item here. This is just a globe, and we will use this icon, for example, link to the website. It's a variable, it's a link external, it's a type variable, and the name of the variable is URL because we have just created this. We want this to show as a menu, and we can already save this. As you see, the problem now is this will create a button to Cloudinary, but we will want to change this to be the last one. So the order is first we have the basic information, then the link to the website, much more beautiful and a better way to display the information. Now we can create a new widget here. It's first we will put just a placeholder here, calendar of renewals. We can choose a calendar icon. That's it. And here we will set up where is the calendar? Here is an agenda. We come to the collections and renewal date. Here we come. The title would be a string, which is the name of the tool. And here they will appear the different tools that have the renewal date. So we save this, and this we can call it renewal calendar. And we save it. So now we already have our renewal calendar. We have our fact sheet for the different tools, and we have the link to the website. We now also wanted to create. Okay, now the good thing is I can come here. I could customize many things. Yeah, one of the things we said is that we want to have like a category. So we could come here and create an extra field called category. It's a field category, and we will create an editable, and it's a drop down. And I will create the following categories: app core, app add-on, content stock, gestión de office management, networking, Offimatic, online presence, and other. And I save this. So in this particular case, when I choose it, it's app core, because it's it's a core element of my app. So we can come here, and I can choose I can come to the collections here and select a filter, which in this case will be category. and I can save it here. And when I come here and I refresh, I should see the categories. Yeah, I need more than one element to make sense to have a categories filter here, of course. But I see a little menu here to be able to switch between the different categories and only filter by the type of things that I have here. Now I will do a little trick because I already have a similar app, and I will download my database and bring it to here. So it will be pretty easy and straightforward to bring the data. So I will come here, I will choose my collection here, which is called main, if I'm not wrong. And it downloads in an Excel easy format these elements. So I will come here, I will download this element, and I will come to my other app where I can come and download my database. So, oops. I come to my app, database, and I will come and take the fields that I want to use. In this case, I will bring all data, put it here, and I will start URL. So I match it here, cost lifetime, and number of licenses is something that I will not use here. What is currency, cost lifetime, it comes here, currency, description, comes here, tier, I don't want this, source, I don't want this, image array, I bring it here, role, I will bring it to my category. What is category? Here it is. Annual cost, it comes here. Monthly cost, it will come here. Renewal date, and renewal date, it comes here. Tac. Okay, and of course the most important field, name. So I now can come here, I can delete all this information, I can come here, add dates, I can add create that, I can add some fields that are like manual fields that I like having them, but in this case, yeah. And I save this. And now all I have to do is I come back here, I come to attach my file, I come to main, I select this, I upload my XLS, and this will take a little bit because it's going document by document, creating each of them into my database. And when I come here, the good thing is it has created all of the software pieces into my app. Last thing I will do is I wanted to have a table that summarizes all of the tools by category. So I will come here, choose the category, and start adding here 3 elements, which is the monthly cost and accumulate. I will add the yearly cost and accumulate, and I will add the lifetime cost and accumulate. Good thing is I also can have a total accumulated result here at the end of at the last row. So I will do that as well. And here we go. So when I come here, I have a summary of all the softwares that I have, including their cost, monthly, yearly, and lifetime. And there is still a fine tune that I could make because I now have the currency. And in this case, I will not do it for the sake of brevity, but it could be to come back and say, let's make the exchange. So I could just have to come here and create a little automation where I could come to the automator, which could come here and create just an element logic, calculate price in euro, and just some very easy fine tuning could be to come here and say, based on the currency, annual cost, monthly cost, and lifetime cost, and say currency equals US dollar, to put an example. Then cost lifetime makes 1.2 times. And this I could save into cost lifetime in euro, for example. And I could save it. And what this could do is, and I will add here, I have to calculate it first, but what this will do is go to each of these tools and recalculate the value of each of those, multiplying the cost in US dollar into 1.2 to create a new value. I don't know if I did it with 1.2 or 1.2, if it will result in a good value. But basically, this is creating an automation that goes one by one into each one of the different documents, or in this case, apps that I have uploaded, and it recalculates the lifetime value of the deal that I have purchased, making a new value. As you will see, probably, I have failed. Converting into euros is not multiplying by 1.2, but it gives me the opportunity to show how easy it is to adjust. But let's come here. We will add a column. It's just cost lifetime euro. We put lifetime euro. We accumulate. Yeah, this shows that it's count, which shows that we made an error. It probably is broken. But let's come back here. We come to this step. We will come here. We will adjust this. This is custom 1.2. Aggregate and save. We will save, and we run this again. And this will recalculate everything. As you see here, what it did is to count the number of tools in each of the values. But basically, this is just gonna recalculate with the new value 1,2 instead of 1.2. This kind of a small tweaks is something that people who work in anything related to development knows it's life. It's hard to be working on building things because it's a learning of fixing and coming back and forth, but it's part of the process. So I'm more than happy to go through it. Okay, here I just saw this is duplicated. I will come back here, columns. I come to lifetime euro, and to come here, lifetime euro. And now it doesn't like this field anymore. I will leave this field as a count, so we have the number of topics here, and we will see how we can fix this. Something interesting is that I can move widgets from one side to the other. For example, in this case, I'm coming here and I'm moving the widget into the service. So let's come here, for example, Bleach Cyber. I know it has a cost lifetime and a currency in US dollar. And I can come here and I can check. Okay. So I can come here. I can edit. I say currency equals US dollar. I will say US dollar. This kind of harder formulas and so on is more advanced. So maybe it's out of my very personal reach. I don't have a background on anything related to development or anything. But still, it's a lot of fun when you start playing with these things, getting to learn into these things and so on. So I highly recommend you to start playing, because the sense of the feeling of achievement once you have created something on your own and you are capable to deliver on something is an absolute massive experience. So highly recommended for anyone. So for some reason this is not willing to help me. So I will just say make it 1.2, and we will do it step by step, which is the easy thing. What I do in these kind of cases is typically call someone who knows more than myself. Okay, that's great. So we know this element is working. So I can come here and again review and redo it. So something that I realized is I don't want to multiply, I want to divide by this amount. So if currency equals US dollar, then I do this, split by 1.2, and I save, tac, 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 and I run this away, and here it's causing trouble again. So this is great because we know what might or might not be the cause of the issue. So we will try USD without the symbols. Tip. We recalculate, and it's still giving an error. Okay, now we see USD is not defined. So maybe now we are closer. I will say the last problem should be this goes in like this. Save, 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 and process. As you see, my troubleshooting is like being a drunk monkey. I highly recommend you not to be like me and think, which is the best way to do anything in life. But do what I say, not what I do. So I now can process, and it will generate a lifetime euro value for each and every one of them. I know that the only one item that is being calculated in US dollar is lifetime, because I know the collection of items. I could be developing the case for yearly or monthly in US dollar, and that could generate the same. It's just a bit of a longer element, but for the sake of brevity is this way that I'm only going to make it. Okay. So basically, this is handling a lot of failures. They are not actual failures. It's just how we call it, and we handle them for you. But the good thing of a tool like this is that we have managed most of the cases, so you don't have to think on those. Like you don't need to like in other no code builders, you would have to like come here and say, if I get into this screen, then I need like an arrow to say I need to go back to the previous page and what I have in the previous page, etc. Here everything is built in this concept of widgets and a simple workflow. So the idea is that now you are here today, for example, is the renewal date for Artlist, a software that we are not using any longer, but this would be a nice alert. If I want, I could also have like an automated workflow that looks at all the dates of the renewal for the tools, sends me an email and reminds me. Is the good thing of having so many widgets to choose from. In this case, an automate email where I could use to send me an automatic email. I could launch a task that is telling me to do that, etc. So you have different ready-made widgets that you can use to build the tool that you need. And the other good thing of having a solution like this is that, at some moment in time I had the urgency and I built this Excel file, which is not something that I'm going to maintain, I know, because I have many Excel files and different people are going to like create here more rows, and it will break at some point and someone will start adding a note here. And some things will happen and someone will delete something and this will become obsolete, and for some time people will not be able to access, or whatever the case. Or I can just don't save and it's lost forever, like it's my case. But here I can just come here and create a new user, add his name, put his email and generate a user to give him access. So new collaborators can know our full tech stack and understand that, for example, if they want to create widgets that create and populate a Word document or a PDF, if they want to gather information from stock or from currencies from the stock market in real time, if they want to generate images, if they want to make queries to ChatGPT, if they want to scrape HTML code, if they want to create a chart dynamically based on the data in a database, all these things, we have subscriptions of tools that allow them. So if I come here, I have a vibe description that say, share live data with insightful visual stories that a story made data storytelling made easy. So you know what this is all about. I know what is the tech stack that is running my main application on top of. I know where I can extract stockage content that I can reuse for media platforms to look for inspiration in designing user interfaces, whatever it is. I know what it is the kind of stockage that I have running my office. I know what kind of tools I use for networking. I know what is the stack that I'm using for doing my consulting work, like to manage the office. I know what are the tools that I have available in order to manage my online presence, and I know about other tools that we are exploring and we are experiencing every day. And anyone in my company can have access to this repository as well, and they are aware of the full amount of resource that we are investing every month in order to make a successful business. And that's it. So in 35 minutes, we transferred some information on an Excel spreadsheet into a fully workable application that I can have on my mobile phone. So I will just, for fun, come here and show you that now I can access to this app on my phone. So I don't know if it's here. So I can look at this. I can even put this in my main page, and it will look like any other app in the phone. And I can just get in like if it was a simple, regular, any other app, no, like with just on a click. And that is the way I see managing tools. If then I want to add another functionality, I can build it myself, coming here and creating a new collection, and even decide which collection I want to promote better and quicker. So thank you for listening and for taking the time to look at how we build a tool for managing our subscriptions in Anlak Studio, and hoping to see you soon. Bye bye.